Hi guys, this is Heidi Stitching Faye back with the Flosstube number 24 and today's date is August 5, 2023 and I'm back with the update video. I last time it was 3 weeks ago. It's been really hot and I was not in a mood to record, so but my bucket, I was stitching a lot, and my bucket, I have a basket that I put all the works I do it from the since the last Flosstube, so it was overflowing. I figured that today is a good day to start, so I'm just doing update video. But I've been watching a lot of Flosstube and I've been stitching a lot, and so I have a lot to show. Before I start, I did want to say heartfelt thank you to I call her with gratefulness, cross stitch community stitchy fairy godmother, and Sarah Stitchy Spot. She did a very kind shout out to my channel again, and I am forever grateful to her and all the kind Flosstubers that always shout me out and recommend my channel. I'm gonna be teary, and I really thank you, Sarah, for doing a kind shout out again to my channel. I am really grateful for your support. To all the cross stitchers, newcomers and the existing, this community is awesome. Thank you, and I really love all the work she does. That said, I'm gonna I don't have a lot of notes this time. I'm just gonna jump in and show all my works that I work, all my stitching that I lost again. I did a lot of stitching, so I have two finishes from the previous videos, not the very last one, but from the previous videos I have shown some of them that I've been trying to finish. So I finally finished the two of them and I wanted to share them with you guys. I'm not sure how I'm gonna well, I do want to frame it, but not right now. For now they're gonna be just left until I figure out. Like this one is Shepherd's Bush, Better Not Pout. With Shepherd's Bush, it's almost impossible to show their pictures because they are long and thin and they are in a different fabric color, so it is a little bit of a challenge to show Shepherd's Bush designs. And this is the finished. I actually started this last year on our summer trip, and so this year, before the anniversary of this design start, I decided to finish it. I have stitched this on 32 count barnwood linen that comes with the kit, with the called for silks and specialty threads that it comes with it. Like this one is a specialty thread. It changes the colors as it goes. It has beads, and hopefully it shows everything. This one, the Shepherd's Bush chestnuts, if we have the correct frames, they bring up the pictures. Round thread is like that too. See, this floss is the same color. It changes color as it goes. Same here. So it's very unique, and when I work with silks, Shepherd's Bush always suggests to work one thread over two linen thread, and so the colors are much lighter than you would have if you do it two threads, although they give you enough floss except the green, the silks and specialty floss, that you can stitch the second one with it. It comes with a card like this, and those are the floss, variegated flosses and silks. So yeah, it's one of my older kits I hated. So my thing is, I have a lot of kits. I think that's what I want to do because I got inspired. I've been watching a lot of whip parades, kit parades. I want to do separate kid parades, not kidded, kids like this that I have it, or dimensions, and not with parade because I already done this fancy ladies and stuff. So I thought I might do something like that just to have fun and see, go through my own stuff to see what I have and what I want to stitch. I've been watching a couple of people, I already shot it out, that they did whip parades and they are doing kid parades, and kind of inspired me to do the same. I know I have not shouted out this channel before, but I do watch them and I love their channel. And yesterday, I remember the only last night I saw his video come up and I was watching it, and he did a phenomenal kid parade, I believe. It's Ga Ran Stitchery, and Gary and Rani together, they make videos, but in this video only Gary was showing his kids, not the whips. So it was pretty good one, like a 3-hour one. I have not watched all of it. So then I was watching there's more. I'm gonna make a point to next video let you guys know more people who are doing kids and parades or videos. Oh, okay, I think I can let you guys know another Flosstuber I watched, Karen KBH Stitches. She's a new Flosstuber. I think she did a whip parade, not the kid parade, but she did whip parade. She stitches prairie schoolers, Plum Street samplers. So that's another amazing video. You guys can go watch it. And she has, I think, 3 videos, and they are all whips and whips. So watch those 2 channels, and hopefully I'll do my part shouting out more Flosstubers. Oh, I lost what I was saying. So I have a huge finish. I've been working on this one for a while, and I finally finished it, and I'm so happy that I was able to, because I'm gonna start a bunch of more, but I also like to finish my projects, although I am more of a process stitcher. So for me, the whole stitching part makes makes me calm down and makes me feel good. So I'm not into as much as the finishing than the stitching part. That's it. This is the one I think. Brenda Keys, Sweet Humility, and it's the photo picture, and I did it with the DMC floss, 32 count Belfast cream Belfast linen. And I already showed, but I'll show it again. I'm so happy I finished it. It's beautiful, and if you guys do it on 40, it's gonna be like this. 32 count. It was such a fun stitch. Her stitches, her designs are for beginner level. They don't have any half stitches or specialties. You just take the thread, the needle, and you just fly through, and they are IDA friendly, and they have an antique look, but they are not antique. Like, I'm trying to get the whole picture, and I'll bring it close. I'm loving it too much. Hold on, you know what? I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna show this for a while because I'm really happy with the finish. Okay, Sweet Humility by Brenda Keys. And the house was a big one, but it was such a joy to stitch, and I feel like the colors are more muted, springy colors like the greens and stuff, but it works. You can put it all around, year round, or make it seasonal. Virginia Stitcher Vicky is also stitching it, and if you guys want to see the process of her working on it as she progresses it, she has a lot of projects that we both are stitching. It's just coincidence, but I love a lot of projects. Oh, she had a huge two-part whip parade too. You guys should watch that channel too. It was amazing. Kept me entertained during those hot summer days. Well, we're still in it, but you know. So, Sweet Humility, I wish I could just put it behind me to showcase it. So yeah, this is a really big finish for me, and I'm happy because I'm planning, well, I did start a couple more, and I'm gonna start a few more. Now that I finished, those are the only finishes I have. I'm not gonna show previous finishes since I had those two, but I did start a whole bunch of smalls and new ones. I think I think I saw her stitch too, this one, that's why I picked up Karen. And she was showing working on those. I'm pretty sure she was working on it, or she had it whip as a whip. It's the Prairie Schooler Acorns, and I have it my older cardboard older print. Nowadays you can get it, but it's on a paper print, but I had it in my stash, so I started this one, and I'm gonna stitch all of them. Oops, got it. But I just took it out of the hoop to show you guys. Actually, this is the 32 count Belfast linen. From Sweet Humility, I had extra left 32 count. And to make an acorn, we do need a 32 count. And this part has, this is counted enough to, when you fold it, you can cut acorn size. It's like over here is the acorn size, so I measured it. So you do need a 32 count to make it. I hope I counted it right. This is for the leaves, and no, this, yeah, the leaves, and this is for the top of the acorn. So they folded in half, so you cut it and you open it, and it's the full acorn. I am using DMC floss called for, but for the green, I'm using the variegated floss to give a little bit variegation. This one. Cucumber. The call for is 935, which is a really dark, almost black green, blackish green. So I figured that I'll do that. So it has all four of them. The way I'll show you how I do it, because I have a small cut. What I do, I count how much is the design gonna take from the fabric, and then I give myself to fold it for the acorn. I give enough for the acorn to fold. So once I cut it, I don't need to cut anymore because it's exact size. So in this fabric, I am gonna put 3 of them, and I just don't like to cut through the I know it's crazy, but I feel like for the smalls, I don't like to cut through big fabric sizes. That's why from the ends of the leftovers, I usually do the smalls. And I am determined to do more smalls this year, because I realized for some reason I love the smalls, but I end up always doing the big ones. So my new start, another new start, is Home from Holidays. I already have stitched this one a couple of years ago, and I'm one of those people, when I purchased this pattern, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stitch every single pattern on this one. And you know how we see it and we want to stitch everything. So I have stitched this on 32 count before. So I gave myself a challenge, because I was always, yeah, I want to stitch everything, and I'm gonna do it. So finally I decided, this book I'm gonna stitch everything, and I started all but 2 projects for now. So We'll start with this one. I'll show you without showing the pattern. It's called Home from Holidays. What is the name of this one? Home from Holidays, I guess. So this looks big, right? I'm doing on a 40 count. I'm gonna be careful not to show them patterns. How do I take this? Oops. Let me see if I can, like that. So 40 count. I think it's the Vintage Country Mocha. And now you guys see it, this, I'm gonna take it out. Basically, when I don't have too much extra, I have only 2 inches, I count with the white thread or whatever thread I have, my middle, so I can put the design in the middle. Then once I finish it, I'll take out the white stitches. So this is one. And second. Second one is a start and the finish. I'm doing all the stockings. Stocking number 1 is also known poinsettia. And again, those small ones are great for use all the stash items. I don't buy extra specialty flosses or anything, whatever I have. I know this one is X2 Design 40 count, and it's the DMC variegated floss. So I got ABC. I'm gonna do all of them, so I have it all pre-cut. I have A, B, C, D, E, F. Look how cute it is. And this is on 40 count, and it's pretty good size. The one that they are suggesting is, I think it's 30 count. What? Let me show you guys this while I'm reading. 32 count espresso by Arna Reproduction. I don't think I could even get it, and I wasn't gonna get it for a small one. But yeah, instead of 32, I did on 40 count, and now all of them I'm gonna do on 40 count. Excuse me. And the big one that I've been trying to decide how to start what fabric. I just, every time I see someone else is doing it, I'm like, oh, that's a good idea and stuff, and I did not started it since 2016. I think this book came out 2016 or 17. Since then, I've been deciding, should I start what fabric, what count, should I put the words, or should I take it out? And finally, I decided just start putting the stitches. So from the same book, start number 3, Christmas Garden. And I'm doing this one on 40 count platinum Zweigart linen. It's not hand dyed. And I am using my own flosses. I have heard a couple of different opinions. Some people say the called for colors, they look a lot more muted than they used to be. And I decided it's only 4 colors. Brownish, yellow, red, yellow, brown, gold, green. So the green is the silk variegated floss. The red is, I think this one is, I think they're the DMC. Rest of it is DMC. I'll check. But yeah, 4 colors, Christmas colors I chose. And I made a decision so I don't go back and forth. The word's gonna stay because I like the writing. I like the letters, the way they look. Christmas Garden. So start number 3 from the same book. So I said so many souls. For me to finish, get my goal, I have to start this Blessing Bedine. The reason I think I kind of a little bit tired because I finished one stocking. I started the bird and the big one. So I believe once I finish the bird, I'll start this one. I seen the Brenda and Laura. Brenda from Serial Starter, she showed one of her older videos that she finished this, and I thought it was beautiful. That's the goal for my Christmas in July and new start. I really want it. I love blackbirds, and in my plants, you guys gonna see it. I have a whole bunch of blackbirds I want to stitch, and I buy it, I like it, but if I don't start them, they always will be there, and I want to enjoy it. Even if I have thousands of whips, I don't mind. I know a lot of people getting anxious and stuff when they have too many, but for me it's the whole process, and I'm okay. But I would say it like, if you feel comfortable, do it. But if you don't feel comfortable having that many whips, don't do it. You have to go with your comfort, you know. For me, it's like a present, starting a new thing, you know. I feel very good starting new things, and I also feel happy when I finish it. But it's not a must for me to finish one thing to start another. And they're gonna be in my drawers. Might as well put some stitches and put it in my drawers, and whenever I feel like it, I'll go back and I add more. This one, you guys gonna see a whole bunch of work. I did work on it a lot. Heritage Sampler by Plum Street Samplings. Plum Street Samplers. Heritage Sampler. Heritage Sampler from Plum Street Samplers. Now say it 3 times faster. And I'm working on 40 count vintage country mocha. The reason I chose this fabric because I have all 3 of them, and I am planning to stitch all of them. For me to it's gonna take years for me to finish all 3 of them. I wanted them to be in the same fabric, so it's easier when time comes. It's easier. Okay. Last time I had this, I didn't have the White House filled up, so I did this. I had the Frank and forgot her name, Eleanor, his wife. I had all of this, so I finished. I added the flag, the water, and the pilgrims. There is a little bit of a mistake. I have miscounted the Frank's hat, so it's 1 stitch higher. So I had to adjust the water a little bit. The flag is right, but I had to, because I counted off the flag, which is 1/1 from the hat, I had to adjust the water. So there had to be 1 line of water I had to omit. But the White House was correct, so I counted everything else from the White House. So everything else is correct. This is the only area that I'm 1 off, but as the design goes, I'm not gonna be off on a frame, off a frame or anything. These guys were so much fun. When I was stitching them and they didn't have the eyes or the white part, they look like you know, the baby birds that they just are born, they don't have any feathers. They look like those baby birds in the nest because of the color and stuff. Once you put the stuff, so they look like people, but I thought they looked like those baby birds. They were just new hatched baby birds. I don't know. I really like this design. And when I was stitching the all the 1/1, I'm like, oh, she has so much 1/1, and I was looking at the pattern. She has actually a page, and on that page that you do all the 1/1, she actually makes a joke about it, and I thought it was so funny that she knew that people gonna say, oh my god, she put so many 1/1s. Over here. Why all this over 1/1 stitching is just nonsense. Indeed. I I thought it was hilarious though, that I was complaining about it and it was on the pattern too. I like her sense of humor. That I love her designs and her sense of humor. She's an amazing designer. I never met, but I think she is. So she knows that she puts a lot of 1/1 on her patterns. Again, I worked on Mother's Garden by Blackbird Designs. This one, let me see. I'm almost there. I can finish it this year. It's on 40 count. What is the name of the fabric? Tycho. Tycho. I'm saying it wrong probably. Tycho. It's Picture This Plus and 40 count. The cut I have, it has golden and a little bit golden, soft, greenish tint. Very soft colored fabric. I wish the name was easier. Oh, actually it shows the fabric color pretty well. It's Blackbird Designs Mother Garden. I'm kind of in a Blackbird design kick, so I've been starting a lot of Blackbird design. I want to finish a whole bunch of Blackbird designs, and on my plans I'll show you guys. I have a whole bunch of it that I had in my stash. They came out of the print. They were reprinted. Now people are doing stitch alongs, and I'm like, how many times this pattern has to go off print before I start stitching them? So I am stitching with my own hand-dyed floss, and the birds, the dark one, is a hand-dyed silk. I just want to use my own flosses because it's only using 4 or 5 colors also. I already put the date 2023. So this one, last time I think I said that it has 8 places. I believe it has 12. You can use as many or as little as you want. And my plan is to put all the females initials, like grandma, great-grandmother, sisters, daughter, a female that are in my family line initials. So it has, I counted, I believe 12. And it has a Smyrna stitches. I don't know if it shows. A lot of it's, those are all Smyrna eyelets. What is it? Is it the Smyrna stitches or? Let me see, eyelet stitch. It just says eyelet stitch. Yeah, so the fabric color, this is the one. Let me see. This is the fabric color. Really pretty, small one, very fast stitch. If I was a monogamous stitcher, this would have been done a while back, but since I rotate quite a bit, it takes me a while, but that's okay. I'm not gonna be able to frame and put them all on my walls anyways, so why not enjoy the whole process of stitching them? I do need to put them away because I wanna keep some order here, so if I can finish it on time, I'll take a break, then I'll come back and I'll show the plans for the month of August and September. Worked quite a bit on this one, which was an adapted pattern, Maps of Hakran Hollow by Carrie Chow Samplings, and I believe the designer is Marty Berrick on this one. I do believe I read it on the pattern, so last time I might have said Kathy Berrick, but it's the Marty Berrick design. They are sisters, and I believe in one time or another they collaborated a lot. That's why I might have got confused, but that's okay. I stitched both of their designs, and I love everybody's designs. Liz Matthew, hello from Liz Matthew. She's another wonderful designer from the family. I'm eyeing a couple of her designs too. So finished filling out all the way the wing. This is the end of the design, and this is a 16 count Ada hand dyed. I don't know the fabric. I purchased it. Up to here it was stitched by another stitcher. Nothing over here is my work. And if you get closer, my stitches are different. You can actually see the hard line of the wing. This is all mine. And the other stitcher, but that's why I had it for a couple of years. I was not stitching because her stitches go different way and her tension is different than mine, and I was, oh, it's not gonna look good. But like this, nobody sees. Someone who knows probably cross stitch might, if it comes close and they analyze it, they might see it, but other than that, yeah, that's fine. The water I changed. I had a hand dyed silk, has a variegation. So water, I'm doing this. So when I get to here, I'm gonna frog out this water and I'm gonna put this color because I liked it better than, it's 927, this one. But I liked a little bit of the variegation on the water here. So I'm gonna do my stitches over here when I get there and my stitching meets up with the previous owner stitcher. I'll just pull out this one and I'll kind of blend in my stitches with hers. And I think it will work better because if in the middle, if I have a couple of my stitches, you know, it will blend in. That's what I think. So this is Maps of Hakran Hollow. A lot of Flosstubers have been stitching and I have stitched before this one. Amazing design. I don't have all the series of the Hakran Hollow. I'm eyeing for the spring and the autumn Hakran Hollows. Those two I don't have it. And the year in Hakran Hollow. The houses, farms, I do have it. Which one I have the, yeah, I have the houses of Hakran Hollow, farms, and the Christmas. I have the Christmas one too. On this design you're gonna see a lot of work because I've been working on the bigger ones. Elizabeth Furnace 1836. The bulk of the stitching is this and the house. Once I finish this, the rest I think is gonna go faster, although this is a huge design. 347 by 358, so this is not a small one. And I'm working with 40 count old sheep by XQ Design. And so I have an 8x8 Q-snap. Whichever side I put the Q-snap, that's the side I work up to here. So the Q-snap was over here, so I work everything in that side. This tree was such a fun design to stitch. And I did the second floor of the house and the roof. It has one more floor. I am working with the Vicky Clayton silks. Let me see. And the whole design, I already did the frame and it matches. So right now I'm going and working little by little everything. So next time I go, I think I'm gonna go up here and work on that big flower. So yeah, I had quite a bit finished on this one. There's a lot of stitch alongs. Olivia Popkin Hollow Quilts is working on this one, and she's a lot ahead. She's done quite a bit, and she's gonna do a couple of changes. I cannot wait to see what changes she does because I'm kind of confused with this design. Should I put the, I like reproduction samplers to put the girls' names and information, but I also like the idea she's gonna, because it's in the middle, it has a space to put one of my aunt's great grandmother's name and stuff. So I want to see how she does it and get an idea from it. Oh, I always do that. First I have to show the design, which is an And They Sinned by Exemplars. from the heart. So this comes, I think there's a two version. I got the new print one. It comes 3 large pages. They are not average pages, they are big pages like this, 3 of those, and each page like under up to the grass is 1 page. I believe up to these people over here, no, over here is the second page. This is the third page is up to here, and there's a half page. So I'm working on my second page, and my goal for this year, I know I'm not gonna finish it, is to finish the second page. And so far I'm having fun. I have no idea how I'm gonna start showing it as I go down. And this time I worked on the second page. This. So I worked on the basket, frogged out several times, then put it back in, did the stars and the alphabet, and I went up to here. I think it's the end of the second page. So this basket, very pretty, but like the yellows, it has 2 yellows. It has a lot of things, and the page is big, but the prints are tiny, and I was struggling, and I kind of got frustrated, and I'm trying to do it. Then I went back and I started looking at the pages, and guess what? The designer had it blown up big, separate pages, this basket. I felt a little bit silly that I was struggling with that tiny print, and all along I had the whole page dedicated to this basket. Once I got it, it was easier to stitch, so I did it. So I think I'm still gonna work on this one for the plants. This is gonna be on my plans for the next month or 2, which is August, September. Usually September I try to work with, participate by the spirit, even if I don't post. I should post more on Instagram, but I do wanna participate Sampler September. I did start Jen Atkinson by Scarlet Letter. This is a huge design. Let me see. I did not write down the size, but this is the flosses, all DMCs, Jen Atkinson, and I'm working on 45 count Jersey Cream by Access Commodities. And 45 count Jersey Cream, I believe Nicola from Hands Across the Sea said it is the same as Russian tea cake on the 40 count. She explained in one of her videos how the dyer gives different name for the same fabric color, different counts. Like if it's 32 count, it has different name. If it's a 46 count, it has a different name. So I just started from here. The fabric, I do measure it because it's a huge one. I don't want to make a mistake. And I start upper left corner, which I usually don't start it, but this one I want it because it has a frame, and the in middle is the Adam and Eve, and you don't want to leave that this part all at the end. So I started from here or here. So let's see how it goes. I am using a size 10 beading needle. I wanted to leave it on so I can show you guys. And I'm using DMC floss 1/2. It's a little bit tighter, but the coverage is good, and it doesn't look very crowded. Why it's not... Okay, today I'm having a hard time with my phone. I need to, we are planning to change my phone, and the camera is not working that well. It gets a little bit frustrating, but what can you do? Finished another block from the Little House Needleworks, Early Americans. And this is the middle block, and I'm working on 32 count. What is this? The desert sand witched. So this desert witched fabrics are a little bit crusty at the beginning, but once you start stitching, they do soften it. At least I can soften them. And I worked on the middle block. Last time I worked on this one, I just wanted to see the size. Once I had the total, the length, I'm going back over here. Eyeliner. I tried to clean it, but it took off the color of the fabric. I'm hoping if at the house I'm gonna stitch, there's a house, huge house one, it's gonna cover it. If not, we'll figure out. I thought makeup comes out, but I don't know. And I don't want to soak it because they are all hand-dyed flosses, and they are not waterproof. So if you they can, especially the red ones and dark colors, they might bleed. So I have to figure out what to do, but I'm hoping the house is gonna be there. If not, maybe I can exaggerate a little bit, or we'll see. But I'm not gonna start because of this. Just don't look at that, like that. And this is a hand-dyed floss. It just variegation goes as I stitch. This is not two colors, it's one color floss. It just variegates like that. I'm using my own, but they're all hand-dyed flosses from my stash. I started this, one of the oldest designs. I started this, what, 2019? I want to say 2019 or 2020, early 2020s, or before pandemic. I started this. So you can tell that's a long, it's been with me. So I'm trying to go through and stitch the ones, the big ones that I have started long time and I have not worked on them. I worked on the June bag. She is a lovely small one, but well, not bad. I'm just doing little by little. It's a lot of fillings. Now that I have a face, it makes it easy for me to work on. My sister was saying she's the only one. I'm like, no, a lot of people, they want to have faces on their fancy ladies before they finish them off. So I had all these dark greens. All the light greens are new. And there is one more layer of greens and purples. So I need to do one more layer of green. Then it's the browns and purples and the wings. Probably if I have time, like long stitchy sessions, I'll be able to finish it. And there's only one charm in her hands. I think it's a star. She's adorable and would be my first finish for Nora Corbett for this year. I have not finished a lot of Noras and Miras this year because I've been concentrating on my samplers, on my primitives, and I have way more items than I used to have before. That also makes a difference. Excuse me. Long dog samplers, Taylor's Lion, and don't be tricked by the size that I'm gonna show. It's a huge design. I'll show you guys. I'm doing on 25 count, even with 1/1 with the white floss. The stitch count for this design is 304 by 409. So yeah, it's a huge design. And 409, yeah. I worked on these sides and excuse me. This is on the page cut, so this was on the right on the middle of the page, so it took me a long time to stitch this area. This one is on one page, so it's easier. You don't want to make a mistake on the page cuts, because I'm doing from the paper. I'm not doing the PDF, which is, I should, but I don't know why. Like the books, I have Kindle, I have couple iBooks and stuff on my iPad and stuff, but I like to read on the paper. I don't know what it's about, but like cross stitching, I don't want to use technology. Reading, I don't want to use technology. Most of my stuff is on computers. We live with the phones and computers, right? For my hobby, I don't know why I cannot transition to technology. I feel like old-fashioned way I have to do it and torture myself. So this is all tiny stitches. Tyler's Lion. Really fun design, but it's gonna take me a couple of years to finish it. Pardon me. I've been trying to finish this one, but this is a lot of white stitching. Christmas Eve. Last time I didn't have the town, so I finished the town, and I'm starting to, I just need the snow, that's it. Everything else is done, but that's a lot of snow. So I did a couple of rows, but I think I'm gonna, I was just getting tired, and I don't want to make it into a chore. I like it to enjoy. So the moment I don't enjoy, I just leave it until next time the pattern calls me. And you're gonna see a couple of differences on my pattern. First of all, I'm using different fabric than called for. It's murky 32 count. Picture this plus. And I'm also, well, I'm changing every except this 3371 and the reindeer color. Everything else is changed, including the words. It has a light blue, light gray color words. I just did it teal, light teal color, and right now I'm just coloring the snow. Changed it into blue. Everything, the pattern says red, but I went with the blues. And I added this tiny charm. Yeah, Christmas Eve by Prairie Schooler. I think, let me see if I'm not gonna make too much noise. So I purchased a clearance frame from Hobby Lobby. It's custom ordered, and someone didn't want it, so I was thinking for this, I don't know, I think the frame is a little bit big, but I really like it. So Hobby Lobby has this frame. This is a clearance. I got it like clearance price, which I should throw away, but I think I'm keeping it for the size. And I was thinking, pardon me for the noise, I was thinking for this one, either that frame, ask them to frame it, or if not, I'll take that frame and I'll ask them if they can custom cut for this one the same frame, because it's really pretty and I really liked it. The whole color, it has a little bit gold in there and stuff, so that's my plan for this guy. Another one I worked quite a bit is Winter Quakers by Rosewood Manor. I started this 2020, and I start from bottom and I went up. So this time around I did quite a bit. The reason I was stuck on this one for 2 years because of the tiny one strand snowflakes that the designer says from Valdani we have to separate it, the cream color, ecru color one, and make one strand, and it starts fraying. The Valdani is most of the design, all of the design, you have to do 3 strands. You use all 3 strands to work with it. But only for the snowflakes, she was suggesting to separate this, see these 3 strands, separate it and use only one. And it was fraying, it was breaking off, and I was having a hard time, so I left it, I stopped. Then I realized, I should have realized a long time ago, I have silk, ecru silks. Just take one strand of ecru silks and use that. And voila. Up to here I had it, so everything is new over here, and it's the end of the design. I just need to do the last half of it, that's it. And my design will be over. I'll show you the snowflakes. So this is the Valdani ecru, and there's the same ecru, but it says variegation. And this is the silk ecru I put it in. I mean, you can see just a little bit of a difference, but let me show you guys. This is called for ecru, I mean the Valdani. This is the one that I decided to change. This one. Do you see the difference? So there is a little bit of a difference, but if I did not change it and I kept it, because it was fraying, I had to cut like little amounts so they don't fray it when you do back stitch. But once I started doing with the silk one, look how much snowflakes it's asking to use. I just the design start flying by, because it's really simple compared to the autumn Quaker, which I finished it. It says less motifs, it's not dense, but because of the snowflakes I was stuck. So look how fun it is, how much. This is one color, it just variegates as you go. And those red birds, they are so cute. So I need to, I think it's 1.5 pages, like over here it's partially, I need to finish from that page, and this is 1 page. And winter quicker, I'm gonna have it finished. My goal was for this one to finish this year, so I think I will be, let's not jinx it, unless someone comes up with another crazy beautiful design that I cannot stop staring at. I'm gonna finish this one because it's been in my stash, and I have all 4 of them. I have finished the spring one, no, not spring, autumn one, so I need to start the spring and the summer once I finish this. I do, when I start seasons, I like to finish all the seasons, so for me it's kind of crazy, but I have to do all the seasons. And the last but not least, I worked at Camelot Sampler, and I'm doing this part, which is 1/1 with DMCs. So I already have the guy's head, and I have this, everything over here is stitched, so I need the horse's head, and there's a whole bunch of 1/1 back stitches, queen and the king, and the second horseman juster. Yeah, if I can do this year, wow, that will be amazing. But I'm keeping on the Q-snap, so this one I'm doing little by little so I don't tire myself, and it's taking me a long time. But hey, Teresa Winsler, it's not the easiest designs, but they're beautiful. Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna leave this video like that. With this, I'll thank you guys, everybody, for coming, watching, commenting. I really do appreciate it. And if you like it, please comment, share, like. I would really appreciate it. We're very close to getting to the 5,000. It's fun to get there, so I hope you guys consider subscribing and liking it. And I'm gonna see if I can just put those away, eat something, and I want to try to record the plants because I have time today. I will see you soon. Bye guys.